The NBA draft is 2 days away. 2 days! I honestly can't wait. But before the big day comes, I felt that it makes sense to make one more NBA draft steals video. So as we name the steals in this NBA draft, I felt that it made the most sense to cover one prospect that will translate as a 3-and-D guard, one that will be a great scorer off the bench or starting, and a two-way defensive forward. With this being said, the first prospect that I'm banking to be a draft steal is going to be Tyler Bey. Tyler Bey, in simplicity, is a ridiculously good defender that is being slept on way too hard. Currently, most mock drafts have Tyler going in the second round, but I don't understand this. In the Pac-12 this past season, Tyler had the opposing team's field goal percentage to a crazy low level when he was the on-ball defender. He protected the rim at an elite status considering the height and position that Tyler plays, and yet Tyler is able to do all of this without committing fouls. He is in basic terms an elite defender, but probably the best part to his game is how good of a rebounder he is. Tyler managed to average around 12.5 rebounds per game per 40 minutes, and this is just screaming to me a positionless basketball player. You can play Tyler at the 3, 4, and even 5 position just like how PJ Tucker is able to. But with this being said, the reason why Tyler is projected to even go in the second round is due to the questions on the offensive end, mainly through his shooting. Tyler statistically proved to be a good shooter this past season, but the main problem was that he didn't attempt much in the first place. However, the reality of the matter is that Tyler being available in the second round should be a joke in itself. I understand the concern with his shooting, but someone who is that good at defense and has showed the small signs of being able to stretch the floor should be selected in the late first round at the minimum. Tyler will be a draft steal if he's drafted anywhere around the early to mid second round. The second prospect that can easily be a draft steal in this upcoming NBA draft, Sam Merril. Now, a lot of players, when they look at Sam's stats and how he plays, they automatically just assume that Sam will become a spot-up shooter. The hope that most people have is that he'd be a great 3-and-D defender. And while there's a good chance that Sam can become that as he enters in the NBA, I feel that a lot of people are underestimating his overall impact on the game. In his freshman and a little bit of his sophomore season, Sam was really just used in the spot-up shooter role, and he did a great job with this. Freshman season, he shot 45% from 3 on a little over 3 attempts per game. And his sophomore season, he shot 46% on around 6 attempts. But as he spent more years in college with the Utah State Aggies, he really saw influence in a little bit of every aspect on the offensive end. In his senior season, Sam would have the responsibilities as a scoring 2 guard in how he can set others up in a pick and roll or pick and pop setting, but at the same time he was able to create shots for himself through these avenues. I understand the critics in this situation where they aren't too high upon his defense at times, and that he isn't a young guy, he doesn't offer much upside. However, to that I'd say this, Sam has been improving his defense every season, and Sam already being a great shooter is going to be able to contribute from day one. If he goes to the right team, where they allow him more chances than some other teams for instance, Sam can become a great 6-man scorer for that respective team. The final prospect that can become an incredible steal for any respective team in the draft is Mamadi Diakite. I got 2 words for him: Serge, Ibaka. The similarities between Diakite and Serge is just ridiculous. So let's break it down in a simple, easy to view viewpoint. First, Diakite is an amazing rim protector. Over his career, Diakite was able to average 2 blocks and 7 rebounds per game per 36. A large reason behind this is due to his wingspan. Like Serge Ibaka, despite being a little undersized at the 4 position, he's able to overcome this due to the 7'3" wingspan that he possesses. But honestly, the area that really makes me compare Diakite to Serge is just how much Diakite improved this past season on the offensive end. Before this season, Diakite wasn't even considered as an option on the offensive end for Tony Bennett and the Virginia Cavaliers. However, this season, he saw his scoring rise all the way up to 13 points, and most notably, the signs of being able to shoot the 3. He didn't shoot it at that good of a rate, but the fact that he's trying and he has showed progress with his 3-point shot and that he has improved his free throw shooting percentage over the years, I'm quite confident that Diakite would be able to at least make defenders wary from the 3-point line, just like how Serge Ibaka can. Put it in other words, if Diakite was able to shoot the 3, he'd be early second or maybe even late first due to the crazy athleticism and wingspan he possesses. A team can be getting this from him, but as a free agent, since many mock drafts have him either going late second or undrafted. Let's see how these draft steals play out. Until next time, peace.